What's up, everybody? Chris at Dentless Touch, back again with another paintless dent repair video. Wow, it's been a long time since I said that, because you guys have probably been seeing Dave and Junction with me. I'm probably doing most of the recording, but anyway, we have a 2018 Porsche Macan GTS. Decent amount of damage on the left front door. Luckily, the paint was not damaged, and the customer wants to perform paintless dent repair to remove the damage on his vehicle. So let me show you guys, and then I'll map out a plan of attack. So a lot of times when you're doing a repair like this, we have to make a decision whether you either remove the door or leave the door on the vehicle. So if you're staring at the dent this direction, it could create a decent amount of fatigue for the technician and ultimately slow down the repair. So we're gonna decide to remove the door and put it on a stand, so that way the technician does not get fatigued. I think he has a better sight line, and I think overall the repair would just be a lot better. So let's do that.
All right, guys, so we have the door off this 2018 Porsche Macan. First things first, we're gonna just kind of assess the area of damage. Right now we have 1, 2, 3 dents here on the body line, and then 1 major crease in the middle of the door. So I personally am gonna break this down into 4 different sections. Right now we have this strapped to the TDN cart. It's solid, it's not gonna move, which is gonna allow for proper pushing power, and this panel to not flex when we're actually pushing it from behind. First tools first, I'm probably gonna use a lot of soft tips just to get the bulk of the metal up, and then later I'll be finishing it with some either more blunt tips or sharp tips, but that's gonna be later in the repair. So right now, first things first, finding the access. We have a nice speaker hole on this side that's gonna be able to get us access into this damage here from this angle. And then for our cross-checking, we're gonna actually be able to come from this side. There's a nice opening inside of the panel here that's gonna allow us to gain access from this side. So we're gonna be able to hit this damage from both angles, which is gonna allow for proper cross-checking. Now let's go ahead and get started.
Hey guys, Chris at Dentless Touch. If you're interested in learning paintless dent repair, we now offer a one-on-one course. Link will be in the description below. Now back to the video.
All right, guys, so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually glue pulling this whole bottom area. There is a brace towards the bottom body line. It's kind of obstructing a little bit of the tool's access. So what I'm doing is I'm glue pulling just to lift some of this area to allow some pressure to actually be relieved. I can go in with the tool and start pushing the body line. Then I'm gonna have to start working that kind of bottom area that's all braced up. So right now I'm just kind of getting some metal movement in this damaged area. It's 2 dents pretty much in one. And yeah, so I'm keep going.
Dave, where were we at with this repair?
Full day in. We are, for me, I would say about 80%. It's flat. It's looking really, really good. Right now it's the last 20%. Getting out all those little micro lows that are in there, making sure the tire shape is there. Due to the damage as well, the bottom body line and that middle section in the middle of the panel, it did create this kind of big, wide low in there. So once we get both of these areas addressed, meaning the bottom body line, and just make sure that middle crease is taken care of, nice and flat, the biggest thing is just going to be this big low, and then I think we'll be good to go. Put it back together and she'll be on her way. Little rundown of the majority of the tools used. There were definitely some whale tails used and stuff like that from Dentcraft, but the main drivers for this entire repair were going to be 2 finesse rods and 2 ultra rods. So these 2 finesse rods come in the same set. It's the Mark Circus set from PDR Finesse. Very, very sharp tips. What that allowed us to do was actually pinpoint the little lows, and then also for the big crease in the middle of the door, these were able to help push through the sound deadening. So these 2 tools here were just single bend ultra rods. One of these has an interchangeable tip on both ends, so I could actually use 2 tips. But what I really needed this for was just the length and the girth of this actual rod. It's a 1/2-inch rod, so it's going to give me a lot of power. This single bend here is just a single bend with a metal tip on the end where you can put a push cap, both from Ultra Tools. So these 4 tools were the main drivers for this entire repair. These 2 being for the most metal movement, and so there's not a lot of sharp pushes. And then the other 2 finesse rods are for a lot of the micro lows and pushing through the sound deadener in the middle of the door. So just wanted to quickly go over why this repair was a little bit difficult for us and why did it take 2 days. Due to the damage being in the middle of the door and at the bottom of the body, bottom of the door as well, on the bottom body line, we actually had to take the door off. So that with itself just creates difficulty and obviously time, labor involved just to take the door off itself. It's a 2018, it's a Porsche Macan, just gotta be very delicate. They can be a little sensitive when you start taking parts and stuff apart on the vehicle. So we properly took the door off, we're able to strap it down, take the interior panel off, which has allowed perfect access to the entire panel. So what that allowed us to do by taking the door off the stand was pretty much use every tool in our arsenal that we needed to do, that we have to actually go ahead and repair this damage. So that was probably one of the main difficulties, just having the door off of the car and putting it on a stand. Just, you know, not our everyday run-of-the-mill stuff. It's stuff that we, you know, are able to do for complex damage. It's just not our everyday routine. So that was just a, you know, a little bit of added difficulty to the repair by taking that off. Once we had that off, everything was pretty much smooth sailing. We were able to see what access we had, which was completely open, really nice, and then we were able to go ahead and repair. The biggest thing with that was just moving a lot of the metal, you know, properly, efficiently, making sure you're pushing and knocking down crowns at the same time. There was also sound deadener in the middle of that panel, which also created kind of just this big, you know, wave for us because it was holding tension within the middle of that panel. So that was a little bit of a difficult challenge as well, just biting or trying to push through the sound deadener with, you know, sharp tools and actually really pinpoint. Because what that's doing is actually creating a layer in between the outside skin and our tool itself. So what that does is create difficulty for us because it's actually creating a little membrane or just an obstruction in between our tool actually pushing that skin. We actually have to push through the sound deadener and then actually get to the outside panel. So we're not able to actually drag around through that. We actually have to really pinpoint where we're pushing with that. So that was also just an added difficulty to the repair itself. But as you guys can tell from the after, everything came out great. And yeah, customers should be super happy. We're gonna go ahead and deliver today. See you guys in the next one.